Hi, I'm Stuart Thomas and welcome to Gearburn TV. Today we'll be looking at the Motorola Xoom 2, a tablet for supervillains. When I first got my hands on the Xoom 2, a strange sensation came over me. I wanted to do bad things with it. Not in a dirty way, you understand. It just had a slightly supervillainy air about it. Those tapered edges and cut-off corners, the absence of buttons. That means that the Xoom doesn't have the same kind of presence as any of the other tablets in its class. It looks more like something you'd use to remotely bomb an enemy encampment than to nail that presentation that closes the Johnson account. That's a little odd, because the apps that came with our Xoom 2 were all business. My only guess is that it's designed for the kind of business person who's pieced together their moral code from half-remembered flashbacks of The Devil's Advocate, Wall Street, and American Psycho. On the other hand, you won't get a Patrick Bateman-style workout with the Xoom 2 like you would with the new iPad. This thing is so light, 599 grams to be precise, that you'll be tempted to use it as a throwing weapon once 007 gets past your henchman. When it comes to performance, things are fine for the most part. But there's just the odd thing that means that this tablet is good instead of great. There's also a couple of niggling inconsistencies that don't belong on a showcase tablet. As for the screen, well, it's no retina display, but it's still bloody good. If watching series on tablets is your thing, then you'll be absolutely fine with the Xoom 2. In fact, right now the 1280 by 800 screen the Xoom 2 is rocking probably makes more sense than anything with Apple's retina display technology, largely because there are so few apps ready for it. The screen is also silky smooth to the touch. I know it's the same Gorilla Glass everybody else has, but it just feels that little bit more polished than most of its competitors, and that little bit less likely to give you friction burn while you're playing Fruit Ninja. Motorola reckons the Xoom 2 has a standby battery time of up to 10 hours. That's more or less in line with most of the competition. And look, I could easily suggest that if it had really wanted to make this thing exceptional, it could have extended that a bit. But you've got to remember just how light the Xoom 2 is. More battery means more weight. One area Motorola could have put in a little bit more effort is in the camera. The 5-megapixel rear camera is adequate, but not phenomenal. As has been the case with most of the tablets I've reviewed, it battles in low lighting. Even with the flash on, you'll still get noise and excessive shadow as you move further and further away from the center of the picture. The front camera is pretty much only good for Skype calls, so don't expect to use it for the headshot on your casting sheet. As for its operating system, well, the Xoom 2 packs Android Honeycomb out of the box, but it seems people can upgrade to Ice Cream Sandwich, at least in some markets. If you're in one of those countries, I'd advise doing so as quickly as possible. Gear it or burn it? Gear it. Just don't be surprised when you experience a tinge of jealousy every time you see someone with a new iPad or a Nexus 7. I'm Stuart Thomas, and this has been Gearburn TV.